2019. Okay.
Gary, are you on the line?
Is he on the Liquor Commission?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay. Okay, the applicant is June's Hoffman Estates LLC at 2588 West Gulf Road. You want to call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner McLeod?
Present.
Commissioner Newell?
Present.
Commissioner Gata?
Present.
Okay, we do have a quorum. Is the petitioner here by any chance? Yes. Can you come up and identify yourself, name and address for the record?
My name is Amanda Bailey, and then our business address.
Is that on, Jim?
Can you hear me? Is that
Yeah,
better?
we can hear you now. Yeah.
Our business address is 2166, or did you want the address of the actual location?
Whatever, that's fine.
2166 Westfield Parkway in Deer Park, Illinois, 60010.
Okay, and this is a restaurant with you want a liquor license?
Yes, correct. It's like a wine and beer lounge.
Okay,
We'll be serving tapas, like, which will be warmed, but they're pre-made already. And then mostly our business will be through just liquor sales.
okay. Well, you do know you do have to sell food also, which you said,
Yes, we do.
which is good. Is this video gaming or anything like that?
Yes.
Yes, okay. It's video gaming too. Okay, does anybody on the commission have any questions? Commissioner Gata?
Yes. Do you have other restaurants?
Yes, we do. We have multiple locations. So we have about 11 different locations right now, and we're trying to open an additional 5 currently.
Basically the same layout as what this is? I noticed on here that you have one manager, Heidi.
Well, we only have one for this location. I'm not Heidi. I do oversee some of the other locations. So she is only the manager for this location, and then the owner also oversees this, Naeem Elias.
Because I'm looking on here that you're going to be open from 8 in the morning till 12 a.m. And she's the only manager that you have. So she's going to be there all that time serving?
No, that we have a general manager that oversees, and then we have different positions within the company that also will oversee. They're called hosts and senior hosts. So the senior host will kind of be the liaison for what goes on, like for those hours that we're open.
And the other managers also are Bassett
Yes, he is.
approved?
Yes, he is.
Because we only show one here.
The only one that we've gotten so far. They're not opened yet, so they have no employees yet.
We have no employees.
So that's why there's only Heidi's in there.
Okay. And how many,
Just like most of the liquor places that'll have video gaming, most of them wait until their video gaming is approved
Okay.
before they open up, which then allows them to hire other employees. And June's is a kickoff of May's, which is on the north side of the tollway, and June's is on the south side of the tollway.
got it. Okay, well, that answers my questions, Mayor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions from the commission? Trustee Mills?
Well, I'm not-
Commissioner
I'm the
Mills?
commissioner.
That's okay.
Did you say you're not going to be doing packaged liquor sales, just,
No, by consumption only. Yeah,
Okay.
we don't sell anything from the package.
I misunderstood you when you said that.
Okay.
Okay. And your hours again?
Are 11 to midnight, Monday through Saturday, and then 11 to midnight on Sundays.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. I don't know why they said 8 a.m., because that's not, we don't do business at 8 a.m.
You have.
What is it now? Is it AM or is it 11 AM?
It's 11 a.m. to midnight, Monday through Saturday.
And what's the difference on Sunday?
Sunday, yeah, it's,
You gave the same hours for Sunday, then?
oh, it's noon, I'm so sorry.
Noon.
Noon, yeah.
Well, liquor sales can start at 8 AM. I think that's probably what the confusion's about.
Well, and isn't there a certain time that the machines are activated too?
They're activated for the time that they have their
Right.
liquor license.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in your application, limited liability company, you have the manager, but who owns the company? There's nobody listed that's the owners.
Naeem Elias, he's on the LLC. So I don't know, Heidi was doing the paperwork, so I don't know why he's not listed as the owner.
The MJ Elias II is the manager. He's listed as the manager. As far as the members of limited liability corporation, there's nobody listed.
That's weird. Because normally, they only ask for the manager when you LLC, so he is the owner and manager. And then there's his lawyer that oversees the property.
So who are the members of the company? The owners?
There's only one sole owner,
Okay.
Naeem. And then we are his employees. Like for Overland Management oversees all of May's and June's lounges,
Okay.
so which won't be listed on there.
Trustee Mills?
Yeah, there seems to be several errors in this application. We probably should require it to be corrected, I would think, because the hours appear to be wrong. And it does require, it says that you must supply the names if it's a limited liability as the members. We really should get a corrected application, I would think.
Yeah, I would think so too. When are you looking at opening?
This location, probably, we wanted to open October, end of October.
Okay, then why don't we do this hearing again on August 19th, if you're available. It's 2 weeks from today. And correct all the information and come back in. I think that would work.
Okay.
Is this part of the gas station that's opening over there?
Yes, it is. Yes. But you're saying the hours were wrong and what else was
Yeah,
wrong?
because, and then it's the need to fill in the information on the LLC,
Okay.
because that's not included. Just, really have them go over this, make
Yes,
sure everything's
Yeah.
correct.
definitely.
So there's no
If
problems.
they've done it before, they should
Yeah.
know what they need to say in here.
Okay.
Defer?
Yeah, I'd take a motion to defer till August 19th.
So moved.
No, she did.
Second.
We have a motion, a second, to defer to August 19th. All in favor, well, why don't you call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Commissioner McLeod?
Yes.
Commissioner Newell?
Yes.
Commissioner Gata?
Yes.
Okay. Any nays? There's no nays, so this is deferred until August 19th. If you can just correct this and bring it back in, get it to the clerk in advance.
Okay, no
Because she needs it
problem.
in advance, so.
All right,
okay.
thank you.
Great, thank you.
Motion to adjourn?
We'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the ayes have a motion carried.
Like to call to order the Transportation and Road Improvement Committee for August 5th, 2019. Would the secretary please call the roll?
Chairperson Mills,
Present.
Vice Chairperson Stanton,
Present.
Trustee Arnett. Present. Trustee Newell,
Present.
Trustee Palafis. Trustee Gata,
Present.
Mayor McLeod.
Trustee Gata is attending via,
Trustee Palafis?
Trustee Palafis, what did I say, Gata?
Yeah.
That's because I was just looking at it. Trustee Palafis is attending by phone tonight, so his name will need to be called first, and we need to do a roll call on everything. I look for a motion to approve the minutes of July 8th, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Could we, any corrections? Seeing none, I would ask for a roll call vote.
Trustee Palafis.
Aye.
Chairperson Mills,
Aye.
Vice Chairperson Stanton.
Aye.
Trustee Arnett. Aye. Trustee Newell.
Aye.
Trustee Gata.
Aye.
Mayor McLeod.
Thank you. This evening, we have 2 items under new business. One, request approval of the following 2 agreements with IDOT for the Shoe Factory Road Bicycle Path Project. A, local public agency agreement, and B, construction engineering services agreement.
So moved.
Second.
Staff, would you like to take us through that, Mr. Hanky?
Sure. These are the 2 documents that IDOT requires for the project to be listed in the September, for the September bid award. The first is the local public agency agreement, which outlines the cost responsibilities of each agency, the federal participation, and the local share. This is something that's standard for federally funded projects. For this work, we're using the Illinois Transportation Enhancement Program funds. And as a reminder, this is just the east-west portion of the PATH project. So this is paving the Forest Reserve path from Illinois 59 to the CN railroad tracks. The second part of the project, which is constructed the north-south part of the path under the tollway and under Hoffman Boulevard, is on hold until such time as agreement can be reached with Canadian National. At present, there is no movement on their behalf. So that first agreement is just for the construction funding of the east-west portion. We are in partnership with the Forest Reserve and Park District. And then the second agreement, the construction services agreement, is the formalizing with IDOT the board recommendation and approval from earlier this year for Trans Systems to serve as our resident engineer for the construction project.
Okay. Any questions? Mayor?
Yeah, shouldn't we go to the Surface Transportation Board and say that CN has not lived up to their obligations under the mitigation agreement that we signed? Because they agreed to this.
They did not, the agreement did not include the north-south piece north of Shoe Factory Road. We tried to get that included, actually with the ICC decision of about 7 years ago, and the ICC and Railroad deferred that to a later date.
Well, I think they've deferred it to the 12th of never.
Yeah. Okay. Answer your
That's
question.
it.
Unfortunately.
Good faith is good faith, and bad faith is bad faith.
That's right. Any other comments or questions? Okay, we do have a motion on the floor, and that motion was for 1A and B, I assume? Mr. Motion Maker? That was for both A and B, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. All right, all those, we need to do a roll call on the vote, please.
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Chairperson Mills?
Aye.
Vice Chairperson Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett? Aye. Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye.
Thank you, the ayes have it. Number 2, request authorization to award a contract for Phase 2 engineering services on the 2020 Surface Transportation Program's resurfacing project to Civil Tech Engineering Incorporated of Itasca, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed $64,312.78.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. We have that. Mr. Henke, did you wish to address this?
This recommendation is for completion of the Phase 2 plans, which would put this project, or actually the two resurfacing projects, in a position to compete for federal funds through the Municipal Conference Technical Committee program, should funds be available next year.
Okay, questions? Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion will do a roll call.
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Chairperson Mills?
Aye.
Vice Chairperson Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye.
Thank you. The ayes have it. Reports tonight for informational only purposes. Number 1, Transportation Division Monthly Report. Anything you wish to highlight on that, Mr. Henke?
No, thank you.
Any questions or, yes, trustee?
I was at Valley, and a Hoffman Estate resident that lives on Gannon was complaining to me about trucks that are rolling down Gannon, I guess to Bodie, and she's complaining that these are big trucks. I haven't noticed any myself, but have you seen that yourself, Mike, or heard about that?
I have not. We could put out some of our counters, which will distinguish between large and small vehicles, if that would help, or do some observations. and coordinate with police, of course.
Okay,
But no, I had not heard that.
all right. Just passing it along.
Okay, anything else? All right, we will mark that report received and filed. President's report.
I'll wait for the board meeting, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Is there anything else to come before this committee this evening? Seeing none, I would look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Chairperson Mills?
Aye.
Vice Chairperson Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye.
Thank you, and we are adjourned. Good night.
Does that mean we can go home?
No,
Good night, Gracie.
I'm done.
I'd like to call to order the Planning, Building, and Zoning Committee for August 5th, 2019, in the Village of Hoffman Estates. May we have a roll call, please?
Chairman Stanton?
Present.
Vice Chairman Arnett?
Present.
Trustee Mills?
Present?
Trustee Newell?
Present.
Trustee Palafis?
Present.
Trustee Gata?
Present.
Mayor McLeod?
Present.
Gary, you want to hang up so that we can do this without a roll call? Anyway, looking for approval of the minutes of July 8th, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
Anybody notice any corrections or deletions that need to be made? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor say, oh, I'm sorry, roll call, please.
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Chairman Stanton?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye.
Thank you. New business, number 1, request approval of an ordinance setting dates to convene a joint review board and to call a public hearing in compliance with state law regarding the proposed designation of an area and adoption of a tax increment financing redevelopment plan and project for the Higgins Old Sutton redevelopment project area.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Peter, do you want to take it, or does, okay.
I can certainly answer some questions. This is just the next step of what this committee authorized last time to move forward with this TIF process. We filed the plan that had come before you last time on July 22nd, and so this is setting that next date, which will be the JRB, the Joint Review Board meeting in September, and then the ultimate, the public hearing date on October 21st.
Okay. Anybody else with any questions up here on the board? Gary, you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Anybody from the audience have any questions on this? May we have a roll call?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Chairman Stanton?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye.
Second is a request by McShane Construction Company for approval of an engineering grading plan to fill low areas with excess clay on Lot 2 in Huntington 90 West subdivision.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. I guess, Peter, you can take this one, right?
Sure, and I think there's someone here from the
From
petitioner.
McShane?
Yeah.
All right, why don't you come up? Please give us your name and address.
Les Zemba, and are you looking for my business address or home address?
Business address is fine.
All right, 9500 West Bryn Mawr Avenue, Rosemont, Illinois.
Thank you, but you better move a little bit closer to the
Sorry?
mic. Thank you. Go ahead, tell us what you're doing.
So basically, we're building the Bystronic job site, and we have some excess clay there, about 17,000 cubic yards. And our sister company, Connor Development, has a lot next door, which is right now unbuildable. Well, it needs to be leveled out for a future building. So in working with them, we wanted to move the clay onto the site to the north of us, and that way it would actually increase the value of their land and make it more buildable in the future.
Clay makes things more buildable?
Well, it'll level it out one way or the other. They're going to have to either cut the site down or raise it because it's kind of on a slant right now.
Okay, I mean, once you put in the clay, you're going to need to put in other materials as well, right? I mean, dirt, mud, whatever.
Yeah, well, the clay is going to help level out the site, so it's not, so in the future, they won't need to bring in clay from elsewhere.
Okay.
And we won't be accessing any public roads or anything, since we're right next door, we won't disrupt traffic, damage roads or anything of that nature.
Any other questions up here on the board? Gary, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Thank you. All right, we have a motion and a second. All those, roll call, please.
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Stanton?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye.
Thank you. We have 3 reports for information only. First is the Planning Division Monthly Report. Anybody have any questions regarding that? Peter, do you have anything to add to that?
I have nothing to add.
Okay, that'll be received and filed. Second is Code Enforcement Division Monthly Report. Anyone here with any questions? Any additions to that, Peter?
I do not.
Okay, that'll be received and filed. And finally, the Economic Development and Tourism Monthly Report. Anything to add?
I will highlight just one thing. A lot of times, this committee just wants to know updates about the Golden Corridor Advanced Manufacturing Partnership. So just to glance through, if you hadn't already, I added in their annual report about what they're doing, the schools they're getting into, some of the students that they're getting involved into internships with companies in the area. So it's kind of interesting to know that where's our money going towards. They're doing a lot of good work these days. So take note of that if you do.
Have we hired anybody from schools to work there yet?
In manufacturers around the area?
Right.
Yeah, they certainly have, both through internships, and then those internships often turn into finishing the certifications at Harper College and still working with the manufacturers. And then after they're done at Harper, they hire on full-time with the manufacturers. So there have been, I don't think they had the exact number in there, and partly because it's hard to quantify when a student might get an internship, but they might not tell the school, or they might not tell G-Camp, hey, I'm working with Acme Industries now, even though that relationship was facilitated because of the open houses and the job fairs and the things like that. So sometimes it's hard to quantify, is one thing they shared with us, but it's still happening because of these programs.
Oh, that's good to hear. I guess that report will be received and filed. President's report.
I'll wait for the board meeting, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, I'm not a madam, so
No,
please
you're
don't. We have nothing in other or items in review, so I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. May we have a roll call on that?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Chairman Stanton?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Good evening. I'd like to call the General Administration and Personnel Committee for the Village of Hoffman Estates on this Monday, August 5th, 2019. May I have a roll call, please?
Chairman Arnett?
Present.
Vice Chairman Mills?
Present.
Trustee Stanton?
Present.
Trustee Newell?
Present.
Trustee Palafis?
Present.
Trustee Gata?
Present.
Mayor McLeod?
Present.
Thank you. We do have a quorum. If I can have approval of minutes for July 8th, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
Anybody have any questions, corrections? Roll call, please.
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Chairman Arnett?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye.
Thank you. The ayes have it. Move on to new business. Request approval of an ordinance declaring village property surplus and permitting the sale of personal property owned by the village.
So moved.
Second.
Anybody have any questions or,
Yeah, I have one.
Mayor?
A lot of 120 metal sycamore leaf centerpieces. Are those things that Jeff Bowen had at the Sears Center back in the day?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask that question, but yes, they are.
Okay. They're only worth $1?
They're probably worth less than that, Mayor.
Anybody else? Okay, may I have a roll call, please?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Chairman Arnett?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye.
Thank you. We'll move on to reports for information only. Number 1 is Cable TV Monthly Report. Anybody have anything to add? Okay. We will receive and file that. Number 2 is Human Resources Management Monthly Report. Thank you. We will receive and file that as well. And number 3 is Legislative Operations and Outreach Monthly Report. Nothing? Okay, we will go ahead and receive and file that as well. President's report?
I'll wait for the meeting, Madam Chair.
Thank you. I see nothing in other, no items in review, and can I have a motion for an adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Chairman Arnett?
Aye.
Vice Chairman Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye.
Thank you. We are adjourned.
Okay, let's take a brief 5-minute recess until 7:27. Well, it's 7:27. I'd like to call the first meeting of the month of August to order. Can you call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Stanton?
Present.
Trustee Gata?
Present.
Trustee Arnett?
Present.
Trustee Mills?
Present.
Trustee Newell?
Present.
Trustee Palafis?
Present.
Mayor McLeod?
Present. Trustee Stanton, can you listen to the pledge? Everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is being telecast live and will be reshown on our cable network during the ensuing week. We'll move on to item number 3, recognition of the audience. This is a time. If someone has a question or concern for the village board or the village staff for an item that's not on the agenda, now's the time to come forward. Going once, twice, 3 times. Okay. Also, Trustee Palafis is calling in, so every motion we have to have a roll call on every motion, and he will be voting first. Chair would accept a motion to approve the minutes of the July 22nd, 2019 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Seeing none, can you pull the board, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton? Aye. Trustee Gata?
Present.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. Move on to consent agenda. Omnibus vote. The items on the consent, can I have a motion first?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. The items on this omnibus vote, the consent agenda, are A, approval of the agenda, B, approval of the schedule of bills for August 5th, 2019, the amount of $3,748,530.64. C, request board approval of an ordinance granting a special use to WT Properties LLC owner and Rich All Media LLC applicant, 990 Grand Canyon Parkway Escape Room Game Facility. D, request board approval of an ordinance granting a special use to Richard Steinhaus Trust, 1997 owner, and Health Industrial Auction Services, Inc., doing business as American Auction Associates, applicant, tenant, 2100 through 2104 Stonington Avenue. There is a motion, a second. Any questions on any of these items? Trustee Mills?
Do we need to adjust the agenda due to item 7B? Because that was on the,
Well, we're talking about 5.
It just needs to be deferred.
We can defer it
Defer it
at
at
the
that
time.
time, we
Yeah,
can leave
at
it
that
at-
time
okay.
it'll work. Okay. There's a motion, a second. Any questions on any of these? Seeing none, can you call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. Move on to President's report. We have some proclamations, Madam Clerk.
We do.
Yes, we do, and I have the first one, Office of the Mayor Proclamation. Whereas exemplary public service employment is of vital importance in assuring provision of services directed toward the health, welfare, and safety of the citizens of any community, and whereas the Finance Department has upon its roster an individual who should be commended for assisting said department in faithfully serving the citizens of this community, and whereas length of service, coupled with continued training and positive attitude toward assigned job tasks, make a profile of this dedicated employee. And whereas the Village of Hoffman Estates, on behalf of its citizens, desires to acknowledge its indebtedness and gratitude for 25 years of dedication and proficiency in the aforementioned department. Be it therefore resolved that William D. McLeod, acting under and by the virtue of the authority vested in him by the Constitution of the State of Illinois and the laws of this Village of Hoffman Estates, hereby proclaim Thursday, August 15, 2019, as Eileen Hellstrom Day in the Village of Hoffman Estates, and urge all employees and citizens of the village to join us in expressing gratitude and appreciation to this employee who may have assisted them with outstanding service.
Chair will accept a motion.
So moved.
Second.
This motion is second. Eileen's done a great job for us. It's hard to believe it's been 25 years. Wow. Can you call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. Mr. Fashada, will you accept this and for Eileen's behalf and give her our thanks? Thank you. Okay, who's next?
I am. Office of the Mayor Proclamation. Whereas National Association of Town Watch, NATW, introduced National Night Out in August of 1984 through an already established network of law enforcement agencies, neighborhood watch groups, civic groups, state and regional crime prevention associations, and volunteers across the nation. The first annual National Night Out involved 2.5 million neighbors across 400 communities in 23 states, and whereas neighborhoods across the nation began to host block parties, festivals, parades, cookouts, and various other community events with safety demonstrations, seminars, youth events, visits from emergency personnel, exhibits, and much, much more. Today, 38 million neighbors and 16,000 communities across the nation take part in National Night Out, and whereas National Night Out is an annual community building campaign that promotes police community partnerships and neighborhood camaraderie to make our neighborhoods safer, more caring places to live, and whereas National Night Out enhances the relationship between neighbors and law enforcement while bringing back a true sense of community. Furthermore, it provides a great opportunity to bring police and neighbors together under positive circumstances. Be it therefore resolved that William D. McLeod, acting under by virtue of the authority vested in him by the Constitution of the State of Illinois and laws of this Village of Hoffman Estates, hereby proclaim Tuesday, August 6, 2019, as National Night Out in the Village of Hoffman Estates, and urge all Hoffman Estates residents and businesses to join in its observance by learning more about our local law enforcement officers' efforts and attending National Night Out with the whole family.
Chair will accept a motion.
So moved. Second.
There's a motion to seconds. This is always a great night. We get, the citizens can meet the police officers, and they have all sorts of activities going on, so hopefully folks will come out tomorrow night to our police building. We do have a motion, a second. Can you call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. Chief Boss, will you accept this? We'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you. Okay, we got one more.
Okay, whereas August 9th is National Book Lovers Day, books play such an important part in our world, allowing us to visit exotic lands, travel back in time, and experience life through someone else's eyes. And we get all of this for free through our local library, and whereas reading can result in boredom or transcendence, rage or enthusiasm, depression or hilarity, empathy or contempt, depending on who you are and what the book is, and how your life is shaping up at the moment you encounter it. And whereas reading literature is a way of reaching back to something bigger and older and different, it can give you the feeling that you belong to the past as well as the present, and it can help you realize that your present will someday be someone else's past. And whereas books are powerful, they're the only medium that can transport us through time and space, into the past, the present, the future, and faraway worlds, galaxies away. And we don't even have to leave our couch or change out of our pajamas. Whereas evidence suggests that children who read for enjoyment every day not only perform better in reading tests than those who don't, but also develop a broader vocabulary, increased general knowledge, and a better understanding of other cultures. And whereas you are only limited by what you can imagine and the worlds described in books, as well as other people's views and opinions, will help you expand your understanding of what is possible. Be it therefore resolved that William D. McLeod, acting under and by virtue of the authority vested in him by the Constitution of the State of Illinois and laws of this village of Hoffman Estates, hereby proclaims Friday, August 9th, 2019, as National Book Lovers Day in the village of Hoffman Estates, and urges all residents and businesses of Hoffman Estates to join in its observance by visiting local libraries, curling up with a good novel, or reading silly stories out loud to children.
Chair will accept a motion.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. The great thing with reading is, unlike a movie, you envision it in your mind, and you can envision it differently than a movie you're watching. So the imagination plays a great role in this. Can you call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell? Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. Mr. Norris, we make sure the 4 libraries that we're privileged to have in this town get a copy of this? We will. Thank you. Okay, we have a presentation, Barrington Road Interchange, Illinois ACEC Lincoln Grand Conceptor Award. Who's doing this? Mr. Hankey. Gentlemen, you want to come up and identify yourselves for the record?
Kevin Nelson, Crawford Murphy and Tilley, Project Manager.
Charles Cole, Crawford Murphy and Tilley, Project Engineer.
You seen you guys out in DC?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Steve Mills and I.
This is a great privilege and pleasure to present the Illinois Award, known as the Illinois Grand Conceptor Award. It's the highest level of recognition in the state, and it was the jumping off point for the projects being recognized at the national level as an honor award earlier this year. This recognizes engineering excellence on the part of Crawford Murphy and Tilley. We were working and serving as the client, as the lead agency for the design of the interchange and ultimately the transit facilities that were constructed at Barrington Road. So just in acknowledgement of our partners, the Illinois DOT, Illinois Tollway, PACE, AMITA, St. Alexius, certainly CMT, and many others. It was years and years of effort, but we're starting to reap the benefits and see the pros of having completed the full interchange to reduce emergency vehicle access, provide new transit service, provide a way for pedestrians and bicyclists to cross the tollway, and hopefully spur a lot of economic development in the area as well as serving existing businesses. So I'd just like to offer another word of thanks to the board for all the support over the years in their current form and in previous ones, as this project has gone on for quite a while. But we're all very happy to be here to share this with you this evening.
Well, it's 30 years in the making, and it finally got done. We do appreciate all that Crawford Murphy and Tilley did, and Mr. Hankey and everybody on the board, all the boards that worked on this over the years. So thank you very much. Let's come on up. You guys, gentlemen, too, we'll get a picture. Follow Mr. Hankey.
Heavy too.
Oh, it is heavy.
Well done, Michael.
Karen? Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Good to see you again. Thanks for
You stay here.
Congratulations.
You two gentlemen, come on back, come up over here, we'll get a picture. Holding the award.
Guess what I saw today?
Give him the award back.
Tollway. Broken down Pace Express bus.
Well, blame Hankey for it. Yeah.
Hopefully got out of the way.
I know we didn't call each other this morning. Purely coincidence.
Very handsome award. All right, here we go. Ready?
Yes, we are.
1, 2, 3.
wait, no, it is, right, hold on. 1, 2, 3. One more, please. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, okay. So Mike, can you move over just like that way, just like tiny bit? All right, try to get, so there we go. All right, perfect. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, one more, just in case. There we go. All right.
Yeah, we don't have to film anymore. It'd be expensive. Thank you, gentlemen.
Mary, mind if I say just a couple words?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I wanted to thank the village for entrusting CM&T and our team to be able to take a project, as Mayor said, many years in the making. It was just a pleasure, all the way to work with, Mike and the team and, the village, Pace, Tollway, and IDOT, as Mike suggested. As engineers, we don't get into this for the awards. We don't get into it. I mean, my enjoyment for 36 years at CMT has been, doing projects that are important to the public and making a little bit of a difference. We hope this has made a difference in the village, and we'll see that for many years to come. But I truly thank the village for entrusting us and having us work on the project with Mike and team. So thank you again. The other thing I was going to add was, you may not be aware, I don't know if Mike is aware or not, but recently IDOT District 1, of which we reside, was able to do a site visit, and they invited many of the other region engineers throughout the state of Illinois to do a tour of the facility and to kind of show it off a little bit, to see what could be done and how agencies and organizations can work together. It doesn't have to be like pulling teeth. And so it was a very, we heard good things that came out of that as well. So once again, thank you so much, and we appreciate it very much.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, I do have one appointment this evening, Robin Jacoby to the Sister Cities Commission. Chair to accept a motion.
So moved.
Second.
It's a motion, a second, any discussion? Seeing no discussion, can you call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. We do have several events coming up this week. Tomorrow night, as mentioned previously, August 6th, at the Police Department located at 411 West Higgins Road, there'll be free games, food, and music for National Night Out, canine demonstration, see Dozer, and more. It's a family-friendly event, runs from 5 to 8 p.m. Everyone is welcome. Summer Sounds in the Green, the last concert of the season, will take place this Thursday, August 8th. Your favorite Billy Joel and Elton John songs will be performed by Piano Man starting at 7 p.m. on the Village Green. Special Olympics Truck Convoy on Saturday, August 17th. The Sears Center Arena will have the region's largest truck convoy to support Special Olympics. Trucks roll in between 8 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. And the convoy starts promptly at 10 a.m. Special Olympics athletes and families, the community and companies and law enforcement agencies will welcome the truckers as they return to the Sears Center for lunch and a celebration complete with awards, raffles, and music. Also on August 17th, the village's annual Document Destruction and Electronics event held at the Public Works facility located at 2305 Pembroke Avenue from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more information and list of accepted materials, visit www.swank.org. So August 17th is going to be a busy day. We haven't met in a couple of weeks, so we did have several events that took place in the past couple of weeks. I did have a mayor for a day on July 24th, and we had a very good time touring the village and all the departments. And also that night, we had Wine Wednesday at Moretti's, which is always a real big turnout when you have it at Moretti's. It was very nicely done, and kudos to Jen Georgievic, who's really growing the event. Saturday the 27th, most of the board attended the Streamwood Summer Parade. Thank you for doing that. I attended the Remembrance for Kathy Palmer, who is the late wife of Bill Palmer, who I served with on the village board for 7 or 8 years. She was a wonderful lady. She'll be sorely missed. Also, Barrington Square had the Homeowners Association picnic. Kudos to Trustee Mills and Trustee Arnett, who was very involved in that. On Sunday, the 28th, I was a judge at the 19th Annual Waco Wing Fest at the Drink Nightclub on Algonquin Road in Schaumburg, and did that with Eric Peterson and several other people, our Herald reporter. And on Tuesday, the 30th, we had the multi-chamber event out at the Sears Center with the Windy City Bulls, and they had all 6 trophies there. I had a chance to get a picture taken with all 6 of the trophies. And on Wednesday, the 31st, we had the ribbon cutting for Bistro Wasabi at noon. That was great. And at 10 a.m., I attended with Trustee Gate and Trustee Newell the RTA Group Transit Orientation presentation at Schaumburg Township. Kudos to Schaumburg Township for putting that on. We had a lot of seniors there who got to learn about all the services that are available through the RTA. On August 1st, I had the very great honor to go to Gibson's Italia at 233 North Canal, where Rebecca Dar, Hoffman Estates' own Rebecca Dar, was honored with the Women's Initiative Project. Rebecca's just an amazing woman, and I just feel very, very honored to even know her. I mean, she's done a great job with Wings, has really built it into quite a powerhouse organization. On Saturday the 3rd, I went to a party in the park with most of the trustees and the clerk. And we had a block party on Portage Lane at that evening. A very well-attended event, which everybody was very happy that the mayor, the clerk, and the board showed up until the police and the firefighters showed up, and then we were, yesterday's news. But we're used to that. August 4th, we had a block party, again, at Beacon Point, the first block party out at Beacon Point, a new subdivision. But this is the Chatham Road. They've done this for years, but they also included people in Beacon Point, which was great. And I guess that's all I have for now. We can move on to trustee comments. Trustee Gata.
Oh, okay. July 27th, we attended the Streamwood Summer Parade with Trustee Gary Stanton and the village clerk, Bev Romanoff. Also on that same day, the Barrington Square Homeowners Association picnic. And thank you to Karen Mills and to Karen Arnett. I think you guys did an excellent job in laying that out, right? And the hot dogs are always good, right? Anyways, also on July 30th, Windy City Bulls multi-chamber, as the mayor said, that was at the Sears Center. They did have an excellent turnout. Then on Wednesday the 31st, Regional Transportation Authority, the RTA session, that was at the Schaumburg Township with Mayor McLeod and Trustee Anna Newell. And also that same day, we had a ribbon cutting at Bistro Wasabi at 1578 West Algonquin. Then on Saturday, August 3rd, Pack the Bus event, which was on 2621 West Schaumburg Road. The trustee, Karen Arnett, was with me, and they always have a decent crowd for it. Also on that same day, we had Party in the Park with outdoor fitness that was unveiling at Frabini Park at 1704 Glen Lake. Also on that same day, we had a block party at 4146 Portage Lane. Then the next day, August 4th, Friends of Schaumburg, that was at St. Peter's Lutheran Church. In fact, we attended that with Mayor McLeod. And also on that same Sunday, the block party on Chatham and Beacon Point. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Trustee Newell.
Okay, well, mine's going to be short and sweet. Although I couldn't attend some of the events, I was there in spirit. On the 31st, did the RTA presentation at Schaumburg Township, which was very informational with the mayor and Trustee Gata. On the 1st, stopped by the Village Green. Once again, another huge crowd, and everybody was enjoying the beautiful weather and the music. I know we always say thank you to Public Works, so thank you, but no snow, so thank you for that. To the police, I want to also say a thank you for being there to answer questions, follow up, and just being there. And then, last but not least, a super thank you to the paramedics for all your assistance. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Trustee Mills.
On the 24th, I was at the Wine Wednesday at Moretti's, and it definitely was a large crowd there that night. Everybody seemed to be enjoying themselves. The 27th, I want to thank everybody, and I'm sure Trustee Arnett will too, for all of you for attending the Barrington Square Open House, especially to the Police and Fire Department for sending your representatives, and to our Census 2020 group that we had in attendance also that day. On the 30th, I was at the Windy City Bulls multi-chamber event at Sears Arena. It was very interesting hearing them talk about the All-Star game that'll be down at the arena in the city this year. Be nice if they could pull something out here for that week too, but we'll see what happens with that. And on the 31st, the ribbon cutting at Bistro Wasabi, welcoming them back into kind of a grand reopening for them, and it was very nicely done. And tonight, we hosted our 60th Anniversary Commission meeting with a great success. Plans are moving along really well for our large village picnic on Saturday, September 21st. Happy to report that we'll be having some great events that day, a lot of entertainment for the whole family. And it looks like now we're not just going to have some prizes for the kids. Looks like we'll have something for the adults too. So should be a fun night for everyone. And one last thing, the cornhole games are still for sale for decorating purposes. We welcome everybody to purchase a set of them to decorate, then return them and put them into our auction, which will be going for the Hoffman Estates Self-Help Fund. And that's it. And I encourage all departments to also go head-to-head on them. Let's see who has the best decorated cornhole game.
Yeah, Public Works hasn't purchased one yet.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Just so Public Works knows.
We thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's it.
That's leadership. Trustee Stanton.
That's shaming. What it is.
We got it on tape now.
On the 23rd of July, I was able to attend with my wife the POC concert fundraiser at the Village Green. They had a large, actually a huge crowd for the two bands that were playing that night. It was great to see that. On the 27th, I was, as they said, Trustee Gata mentioned, Clerk Romanoff and I and Trustee Gata were walking in the Streamwood Parade on behalf of the village. On the 27th also, then we went to the Barrington Square HOA picnic. And on the 31st, I was able to attend the Bistro Wasabi ribbon cutting. This weekend, I wasn't involved with anything. I had family functions. Actually, Janur, our corporate counsel, and I were in a golf outing honoring my son-in-law's father, who passed away about 6 years ago. And then yesterday was my granddaughter Leah's 9th birthday, so we were celebrating. That's it.
Thank you. Trustee Arnett.
Thank you. Mine is also short and sweet. On Saturday, August 3rd, I did attend Packed Bus with Trustee Gata, and they had a very good crowd out. My compliments to that facility for doing that. Also attended Party in the Bark, and congratulations to the Park District for the outdoor fitness facility. It looks really, really nice. Haven't used it yet, but we'll see. Also attended the Block Party on Portage Lane, and then yesterday attended the Block Party at Beacon Point, and that's a really nice area to have an actual block party. And then also tonight attended the 60th Commission meeting, and like Trustee Mill said, it's going really well. Very excited that it's moving along very quickly. And also thank you for all of the members who did come out to our picnic, and I hope you guys had fun. The weather, you couldn't have asked for better weather for that day. That's all I have.
Thank you. Last but not least, Trustee Palafis.
No comments from me tonight, sir. Thank you.
Okay. We'll move on to Village Manager's report.
No report tonight, sir.
Village Clerk.
Okay, I'm not silent tonight. During the month of July, 174 FOIAs came through our doors and 36 passports. So there were, I don't know, like maybe 20 less FOIAs this month compared to last month, but they're still they're high up there. That's it.
Some doldrums on FOIAs, huh? Okay. Move on to committee reports. Finance, Trustee Newell.
Okay, the Finance Committee will meet here in this room on August 19th, and we will have a roll call. We'll have the approval of minutes from July 22nd, 2019, and under new business, there's going to be 4 items. Item number 1 is going to be request approval of the financial year 2019 mid-year financial review, and to move forward with the following unbudgeted projects, A and B, which will be determined. Item number 2 is request approval of a 5-year agreement with Ticketmaster of Chicago, Illinois, to provide ticketing services at the Sears Center Arena. Item number 3 is request approval of a 5-year pouring rights agreement with To Be Determined to provide soft drinks at the Sears Center Arena for X amount of dollars to be determined per year. Item number 4, request authorization to award a contract to Webmark Doors of South Elgin, Illinois, to replace doors at the Sears Center Arena in an amount not to exceed $38,412. Then we will have the reports, which are for information only. 1 is the Finance Department monthly report, 2 is the Information System Department monthly report, and 3 is the Sears Center monthly report. We'll have a president's report if there's anything under other items in review, and then we'll adjourn.
Okay, we'll move on to Public Works and Utilities. Trustee Newell again.
I'm here again. Okay, so immediately following the Finance Committee on August 19th, we'll have the Public Works and Utility Committee. We'll have a roll call. We'll have the approval of minutes from July 22nd, 2019. Under new business, there will be 1 item, which is request authorization to award contract for the proper abandonment of Well 9 and demolition of the above-ground facility in an amount not to exceed, which will be determined. Under reports, which will be information only, there's 2, which is 1, Department of Public Works monthly report. Item 2 would be Department of Development Services monthly engineering report of the Transportation and Engineering Division. And if the president has any additional information, nothing under other items in review, and we will adjourn.
Thank you. Public Health and Safety, Trustee Gata.
Yes, immediately following Public Works and Utility Committee, the Public Health and Safety Committee will hold their meeting on August 19th, 2019. We will have a roll call, approval of the minutes of July 22nd, 2019. Nothing under new business, and reports for information only. 1, Police Department monthly report. 2, Health and Human Services monthly report. Number 3, Emergency Management Coordinator monthly report. Number 4, Fire Department monthly report. We will have a President's report, other items in review, and an adjournment.
Thank you, Trustee Gate. We'll move on to additional business. Chair would accept a motion to defer item B to the August 19th meeting, 7B.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. This item is request board approval of an ordinance amending section 8-3-22, number of licenses of Article 3, alcoholic liquors of the Hoffman Estates Municipal Code, increase in number of Class A licenses, June's Hoffman Estates LLC, 2588 West Gulf Road. The Liquor Commission deferred this item till August 19th, so it'll come back on August 19th if this motion is carried. Any discussion? See no discussion, can you call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. We'll go on the other items of additional business. 1 is request board approval of an ordinance granting a variation to premises at 399 Payson Street. Chair would accept a motion.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. Any discussion on this one? Seeing no discussion, can you pull the board, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Nay.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
No.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. 7C, request board approval of an ordinance setting dates to convene a joint review board and to call a public hearing in compliance with state law regarding the proposed designation of an area and adoption of a tax increment financing redevelopment plan and project for the Higgins Old Sutton redevelopment project area. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, can you call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. 7D is request board approval of an ordinance declaring village property surplus and permitting the sale of personal property owned by the village.
So moved.
Second.
It's a motion, a second. Any discussion on this one? Seeing none, can you call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. Move on to 7E. Request board approval of a resolution authorizing the village president to execute an agreement with Illinois Department of Transportation for the Shoe Factory Road Bicycle Path Project.
So moved.
Second.
This motion is second. This was reviewed earlier in committee today. Any discussion? Seeing none, can you call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. 7F. Request board authorization to award a contract for Phase 2 engineering services for the 2020 Surface Transportation Program resurfacing project to Civil Tech Engineering, Inc., Itasca, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed $64,312.78.
So moved.
Second.
So motion and a second. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, can you pull the board, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. And move on to 7G, request board approval of request by McShane Construction Company for approval of an engineering grading plan to fill low areas with excess clay on Lot 2 in Huntington 90 West Subdivision.
So moved.
Second.
It's a motion, a second. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, can you call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. Number 8, the chair will accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
There's a motion, a second to adjourn. Any discussion on this? Seeing none, can you call the roll, Madam Clerk?
Trustee Palafis?
Aye.
Trustee Stanton?
Aye.
Trustee Gata?
Aye.
Trustee Arnett?
Aye.
Trustee Mills?
Aye.
Trustee Newell?
Aye.
Mayor McLeod?
Aye, motion carried. We are adjourned. We'll see you on August 19th.